In Matthew chapter 10, verses 26 through 28, Jesus says, "Therefore do not be afraid of them about anything hidden. There's nothing hidden that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known. What I tell you in private, you should speak openly, and what you hear in your ears, preach on the rooftops. And you should not be afraid of those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the soul. And do not fear him, which can destroy both soul and body in Gehenna." A lot of meat there. Jesus basically says that there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. Meaning he wants to teach us everything as long as we want to learn from him and we want to know the answer. 2 Timothy 2:7 says that the Lord wants to give us understanding in everything. But we have to want to have that understanding, right? Ask Jesus questions in prayer. Ask him for answers with certain scriptures that don't make sense, or maybe certain words that you just don't understand. And he will absolutely give you the answer. That's been my experience. So I think that's kind of cool to see in these verses. The things that he teaches us in private, or the things he impresses on our minds and leads us to understand, says preach on the rooftops, share with others. Now it's important, obviously, to pray that God help you with what you say to others, right? Because we can easily say things that maybe aren't productive, or people are just not ready to hear. So I like to practice praying specifically for opportunities, and if it's a specific individual, that God just speaks through me rather than me trying to just blurt out things Christ has taught me. I found that to be more effective. So these things that he teaches us, preach on the rooftops. Why a rooftop? Because everyone can see and hear. And then he gets into to not be afraid of those who can kill the body, and to especially not be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in Gehenna. Now Hebrews 2:14 says that Satan is the one that has the power of death. So when Jesus says, "And do not fear him who can destroy both soul and body in Gehenna," I believe he's talking about Satan. Don't fear Satan, right? If we're abiding in God's love, we can overcome Satan. Now, it's not a perfect road, even if we wholeheartedly want to abide in God's love. But with God, we can overcome Satan's temptations. And that word Gehenna being the Hebrew word for hell, which is a temporary fire which leads to an eternal grave, which is caused by Satan. So, a lot of meat here. Hope those things helped. Love you all. Have a great day.